Welcome to the DIY3DTech.com channel.
Welcome to this edition of DIY3DTech.com. In this episode, we're going to look at adding some hold downs for the glass bed and setting this piece up. One of the things I've covered out in a prior episode is the fact that it's having a lot of troubles with this Melamine bed because there's a dip in the middle of it. So one of the things that we've done to kind of deal with that dip is to cut a piece of 80-pound pound paper, and cut it to about the size of the dip. So I measured the dip. Again, you can go back and watch the episode with the meter. So I measured the area of the dip. Now, this isn't quite the amount of the dip, but it's pretty close in between the rigidity of the bed and everything. It's pretty good. But one of the problems I've had is this sliding around. So what we're going to do in this case is we're going to take this and we're going to take some of our glue stick. And, I don't want to make things too permanent because it's changed things around. Because I'm actually even contemplating changing this out for an aluminum bed. So I just want to put a couple dots of glue here, glue stick, to kind of keep this held down to the surface. Because one of the big issues I've been having is on the infills. The shaking of the bed has actually shook the belt loose, has shaken the table out of place, and actually you can kind of see in this block how bad it's actually gotten. You can kind of see how far between the bells and shifting the bed, and I mean it just just did not work out at all. So one of the things that we did is we reworked the belt a little bit, and we actually printed out these holders. So there's one in the back, which I've already got mounted up, and I've got this one in the front that will go into a hole I've drilled here with a number 8 screw. And basically it's staggered here, a little bit of a ledge. So this is the thickness of my glass bed, so it'll hold it down. Now, one of the things I am going to do is I am going to do a thumb screw to take this off. So, but right now I don't have those printed. So this will mount in here and hold the glass down. So hopefully that will keep it from shaking. And then again, there's one in the back that it slides into. So if I take my glass bed and slide it this way, and so I slide it back in there. Now, though I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, one of the things I wanted to show is because I printed these out on the bed, so they're kind of something like that. So it went across the whole middle. So when we take a look at it with the gauge, so if we do a measurement on the one end, we see it's about 0.19 millimeter. And then on this other edge, roughly 0.88, 0.9. So roughly 0.9. And then now the key is in the middle, because this is so long. It's about 4 inches long. We see it's about 0.92. So I've gotten good adjustment with this, just using this paper in the mix here. So I've been very happy with how that's worked out. So again, I would definitely suggest checking to see if you got a bow. Because one of the problems I was having is when the printer would go to the middle, the middle of the bed area here, start up here, then maybe print something down here, it would stop sticking on the first print because the dip was actually about double of the first height. So this has kind of fixed that. So and again, this will fit in here, and this will hold down, and then basically what we do is we attempt to get my fat finger down here. This was definitely a challenge on the back. Hopefully this will be a little bit easier up here. And then we simply screw this down once we get the nut to take. And live video is always challenging. If you have smaller hands, this will probably be an easier task. So one of the things, because my fingers can't fit down here, is to actually cross threading it a little bit. So maybe we'll try the hemostat trick. Let's see if this will actually work. And there's always more than one way to get at something. Problem with this is it probably is not going to get enough upward force to deal with it, so let's try switching this around. I don't have to put so much force. There we go. So now we've got this mounted down, so basically there will be zero give in this bed as it moves back and forth. So hopefully I don't have any more prints turn out like that. So anyways, hopefully this helped. I'm going to put these up on Thingiverse, and so if you want to print out your own, the glass is actually 7 inches wide by 11.5 inches deep, so that's the size. Because one of the things I am going to do is another video on making some thumb screws to go on the top of these four, so I can simply adjust them by hand. That'll be coming in a future video. So I wanted to leave a little bit of space between here and the glass. As you can see, I've got a little bit of room to do that, to put that. So anyways, hopefully this video helped you out, and hopefully will prevent you from getting prints like that I got. So enjoy, and if it helped you out, hit like below and subscribe to the channel. Cheers.